all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here on the Bossman Show, joined by USF Don's head coach Todd Golden here with me on the Bossman Show. Coach Golden, things out there with you guys out there in San Francisco, man.
Hey, it's going well, man. We took our first L this weekend, but honestly, with the 7-1 start, we're really pleased, and we have some great games upcoming this week, and we're just excited for them to get here.
You got that right, Coach. I must ask you, man, we talked when you first got hired earlier this year. What's been the biggest improvement in your mind in the program since you took over full-time as the head man?
The biggest improvement simply, I would say, is, that we were able to keep all our guys around. We were able to keep 9 of the scholarship guys around, and really I think what you're seeing out of this group is just an older, more mature group where some guys who are having more opportunity are now stepping up. And, we lost 3 seniors last year, which was tough, but you see guys like Jamari Bouye, who's having a really, really good year, guys like Khalil Shabazz, Trey Anderson, Ramu Wrighton, and guys that are in those, we're in those reserve roles really stepping up. And I think you're seeing the continuity of these guys playing together, and, it's producing good results on the floor.
I think it's good. You kept you, who's already on staff. You kept all the guys in place this summer. You all could grow, build, and develop together as one. Use the head coach in a different role in them as players, knowing the system, which is going to run with some tweaks here or there, of course. But knowing you and trusting who you are, knowing that they'll be in good hands, be able to have a good season coming up this year, as we've seen so far at 7-1.
Yeah, that was no, it's good. We have a great group, man. We have great kids. They've been really enjoyable to coach, really fun to be around. And I was, pleased because even after we lost to Hawaii on Saturday, their mentality was great. It didn't really set us back, and I think we'll perform really well this week.
Yes, indeed. You got a tough back-to-back. I mean, what a back-to-back you have with Arizona State tomorrow night, and then we got Cal coming up there with Mark Fox on Wednesday night. So, Coach, how are you doing to prepare your team for a back-to-back, kind of trying to make sure you prepare for Arizona State for sure, but also knowing you got Cal right behind them?
Yeah, it's not easy. I think we'll put as much as we can into the Sun Devils. Obviously, we started working on them yesterday, and just kind of give it a roll. All we got tomorrow night, and then really as soon as that game ends, we'll give our guys some time to rehab and clean up, and then we'll watch some film on Cal Tuesday night before we go home as a team. And Wednesday we'll come back and walk through and watch some more. But it's really the way we're trying to prepare our guys is treat it similar to like a conference tournament where, regardless of how we do the first night, we're going to have another game that next day. So we better be ready to flip the switch and make sure that we empty the tank in these two games, because then we get 10 days off during our finals break, and we should have some time to kind of regroup before we go on the road to play Fullerton on the 14th.
Yeah, what are you seeing from Arizona State on film? 'Cause I know Arizona State always has been dynamic for what they do. So what are you seeing from them on film as you get prepared to play them tomorrow night?
You know what? They are one of the quickest teams I've seen in the country. Guys like Remy Martin and Jalen House are really effective pressuring the ball and running through passing lanes and creating offense through their defense. They do a really good job of, producing steals in transition and in the half court. And they're really fast, really athletic, can get out and run on you. And I think if we can control the tempo of the game and make them operate in the half court offensively, we're going to give ourselves a chance. But, if we're sloppy with the ball and letting them get out in transition and kind of play a free-spirited game, that's going to be really tough for us to match. So I think tempo is key. I think, taking care of the ball tomorrow night is going to be really key. And then we got to do a really good job, defending Remy Martin. He's one of the best guards in the country. Downhill point guard, does a great job getting to the rim, scoring in the half court, and then really good at finding the roll and the pick and roll. And, we're going to be up for the challenge. We got to do a good job against him. And if we can handle those different buckets, we'll give ourselves a chance. That's for sure.
We got that right. And now I haven't seen Coach Fox's teams. This is a Cal, but he running the same stuff he ran at Georgia for the most part. Because I remember watching him here at Georgia. He runs some dynamic stuff here, some different things that kind of off the flare screens and those down screens he likes to run. There's kind of same things where we saw at Georgia here that Coach Fox is doing out there at Cal right now.
Yeah, I think so. Well, one of the things that they've done quite a bit, better this year, they're just more efficient offensively from an effective field goal standpoint. He's got them taking and making good shots, has them playing with a lot more purpose. I think, to your point, they really do operate off those pin downs and off those flare screens. And you got to, as a defender, you really have to be able to concentrate and focus, because if you lose sight of your man, that's 2 points for those guys. And, he's done a really good job with their personnel, getting guys like Matt Bradley and Grant and T. Fitch, Kareem South. Those guys are really performing well within his system. And, I think it's proving wise in their results. They're 5-2, whereas last year, they struggled to win 5 games all year, So Coach Fox is doing a really nice job coming in, getting them organized and playing with a lot more purpose.
Coach Goldie, what I watched about your team, I've kind of kept an eye on you guys. Like, your team is really in sync, and I feel like you said, having the guys come back, having that camaraderie, now returning guys really helped you. Because I feel like when I watch the team, they're very much together, very connected. And, some teams you watch, they don't really feel like they're really together. They're out there, but they're not really as one. I feel like your team is really as one. That's probably helped you to get off this good start jar at 7-1 right now.
No, it's first of all, I appreciate that, because it's something that we stress and talk about all the time. And one thing with this group, we're really deep. We have 10, 11 guys that could hurt you on any given night. And I think the main reason why we've been able to have some early season success is because we enjoy our teammates' success. It's one of the things that's the most important part of our program. Guys like Trey Anderson, I think he could start for a lot of different Division I programs, but he's accepted that role as our backup point guard, comes in, gives us 8 to 12 great minutes every night. And I don't have to worry about Trey having a bad attitude or being selfish or worrying about what his results are. He's in there for his teammates. He watches and enjoys seeing Jamari Bouye do well. He enjoys seeing Khalil Shabazz do well. And that's a recurring theme throughout our group, and it's obviously made it a lot easier for me as a coach, but I also think it's one of the reasons why we've been so efficient offensively, because our guys are willing to make the extra pass. They're willing to draw the defense, the kick, and I make sure I explain it to our guys. As long as we're willing to play with that mentality, we're going to be really, really hard to guard.
You got that right. And, Coach, I can only imagine getting the 18 to 20-year-old kids, 23-year-old kids to buy into a role when they've been the man at their high school. So getting them to buy into a role, saying, hey, you're just a screener, you're just a driving kick guy, you're a 3-and-D guy, you're a spot-up shooter, you're a rebounder, you are a lockdown defender. So getting guys to buy in these roles and having 10 or 11 guys who could definitely play and start different places and has to, like, man, I'm a lucky man as a coach to have guys to actually buy in the roles and accept their roles and not make it hard on me as a coach trying to find them and to force to feed them in the games to get them to play not just make the team sour on one another.
Right. Well, part of the deal, to be honest, JR, is that we try to allow our guys to have the ultimate freedom when they're on the floor. And to continue using Trey as an example, I don't ask him to play like a backup point guard. I don't ask him to come in the game and be really unselfish and play really slow and keep the team. I tell Trey, hey, when you go in there, I want you to attack. I want you to be aggressive. I want you to try to get in the paint, try to get to the rim, make plays for yourself and make plays for others. So when our guys go in there, they feel free. They feel like they have the green light. And I think that's part of the reason why, we're not limiting them within their roles. We're just limiting them in terms of their minutes, right? So they're going out there and they're getting baskets in those 8 to 12, 16 minutes because I have confidence in them to make plays. And I think that's the biggest reason as to why guys are willing to accept their playing time from a minute standpoint, because when they go out, they're able to play their own games. They're able to play the way they want to play, which is aggressive and up-tempo.
I feel like Coach Golden, when it comes down to late February and March, or time for tournament time, that having to be able to go to 10, 11 guys will help you in tournament format when guys' legs get tired on those back-to-back-to-backs you may have in a tournament situation. So I feel like having that many pieces to go to, whether it be foul trouble, injuries, or what have you, have options to cover a hole if someone comes up, which we don't want it to come up. But if it happens, you have enough depth to cover that.
No, you're 100%. And honestly, we're seeing it already. One of our main front court guys, Todd went down with a hand injury in our second game of the season. Fortunately for us, he'll be back in a week or two. But it was really just next man up. We're missing his defense, and he's a good facilitator from the front court. But now, instead of playing 10, we're playing 9, and now some of those guys are getting a few extra minutes. But again, it goes back to the confidence, and it goes back to the next man up mentality. And I hope you're right. As the season goes on, we should be the more fresher team. I see teams in November, early December operating with 7, maybe 7.5 man rotations. Well, we're playing 9 guys, and by the time the conference season comes around, we should be the fresher team.
I just saw a game where they pretty much had 6.5 men. I'm like, it's only December. You're only playing 6.5 men. I don't know how these guys are gonna survive.
Yeah, no, you see it all the time, man. And I'm hoping that the fact that we're able to play all these guys does pay off for us down the road.
It would kill me by that, Coach. It was in a tournament situation at the Orlando Invitational. Like, you're in an Invitational. It's a tournament game. You're a tournament, and you're playing 6.5 dudes. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. It's hard to survive that way. You better hope you stay healthy. I can promise you that.
Yes, indeed. And now, Coach, like I said, you looking at your conference, man, like in the league, 7 of the 10 teams are over 500, where at least 6 wins or better. So it has to be good for the West Coast Conference already to have 6 teams already, 7 teams with 6 wins or better already, as we say in December, in non-conference play.
Our league's a joke, man. It really is. It's I believe obviously I'm a little biased, but I believe it's the most underrated league in the country. I look at it, we have, I think, 5 teams, including ourselves, that are in the top 25 in the country offensively, from an adjusted offensive efficiency standpoint. So you're not getting any nights off when it comes to coming up against a team that you might be able to get away with a poor defensive effort. No, if you do that, teams are going to put 90 on your head. So it's a battle. Hopefully, the rest of the country kind of wakes up and sees it. And, I do believe our league deserves multiple, maybe 3 bids this year, with teams like Gonzaga, St. Mary's, BYU, ourselves, Pepperdine, Santa Clara. There's 6 teams right there I just gave you that I think could all play in the postseason.
And like you said, like at this point, if 7% of the schools in the conference are already over 500, with 6 wins or better in December, I mean, the committee needs to take an eye off that and see, like, man, the WCC got some things going on out there for real, even nationally. Because I feel like you all, because it's on the West Coast, people out here don't really pay attention to it. Like, unless you're a junkie like I am. I watch all kind of basketball all the time. You know, I'm a junkie, so I'm gonna watch it 12:30 a day, watch you guys play. But parents, I like JR here, but I feel like they should give y'all some run out there because it's a great ball out there in the WCC conference right now.
No, it's tough. And, you know, and I'm hoping, and we have an opportunity this week where, you know, maybe we could shed some light onto that. You know, get these 2 Pac-12 teams in our gym. It's going to be on national TV, both games on CBS Sports. And, you know, hopefully some of those committee members on the East Coast stay up, you know, past their bedtime a little bit and do their homework and watch us play. And at the same time, hopefully our guys, you know, answer the bell and are able to deliver on that stage.
And, Coach, I'm also looking at this, like you said a little bit. We talked about you play Cal State Fullerton in 10 days after this game here against Cal there. So have an opportunity to kind of self-scout your team. You know, give or take, you be 9-1 or 7-3, give or take, which is still good at this point in the season. So get out to the self-scout at this point. You kind of see where you guys are strong suited at, where you weak at. You can tell I was kind of say, hey, we can do better, do this thing better going forward now with this little break you have after playing Cal on Wednesday night there.
Yeah, honestly, the one area I'm really pleased with how we're playing offensively. I think, you know, again, we're getting out in transition. We're sharing the ball. It's an area where if we can continue with that mentality, we should be in good shape. But the main area where we need to improve is obviously on the defensive side of the ball. We've just been a little too easy to get scored on. I think part of it's because we're playing a little more up-tempo. When you play fast, it's harder to grind out defensive possessions all the time. But that over that 10-day break, I will guarantee you that we will be spending a lot of time on the defensive end of the floor trying to clean up some things to prepare ourselves for the back half of the non-conference play as we get into January 2nd, our first conference game.
And I can't imagine, Coach, it's a great recruiting tool for you in non-conference right now because you're playing so well in non-conference. People are seeing USF Dons doing well once more, and also it's going to help you get guys now who maybe not think about San Francisco as an option now. Say, hey, this is a good option here to play for these guys. They play fun, up-tempo is fun. Got a good, vibrant young coach, a great city. So we can come out here and have good education as well. So I feel like it's helping recruiting as well if you're looking at it from an outside point of view right now.
No, for sure, and I appreciate you saying that. We're definitely working hard on the recruiting trail. We bought in. We're bringing in 2 really good bigs here for this next year, which we'll need because we lose Jimbo Lowell, our 7-foot center. But to be honest, I got some studs that are sitting out redshirting in my program as it is. Damari Milstead, who was a 2-year starter at Grand Canyon, who's sitting out this year on a transfer, who will be a great point guard option for us over the next 2 years. And then Isaiah Hawthorne, who's probably one of my most talented kids on the team as a freshman. He's just really young. He just turned 18 when the school year started, but he's 6'8", about 200 pounds, combo forward guard. Just really, really good offensive player, can dribble, shoot, and pass with the best of them. So we have some guys within our program who will add to our depth next year. And I hope these 2 big guys coming in will be able to solidify that hole that's left by Jimbo. And we should really just be able to continue running with this group that we have within our program.
And last one I got for you, Coach, I looked at your roster. You have 5 guys from international guys outside the U.S. I mean, so you're doing a big thing outside the U.S., man. So what's like trying to recruit these guys from out of the country to come to San Francisco? It's a great city, of course, but how you get these guys to come out there and play for you, man? I feel like you're doing a good job in international ranks, which a lot of these areas is slept on a lot. But people should.
Hey, we go over there a lot. To be honest, we go over there quite a bit. I spent a week over there as soon as the recruiting period opened this year. I'll go over again as soon as the season's over. And to your point, I think San Francisco is very recognizable from an international standpoint. I think you will have the opportunity to beat some bigger programs on those kids because their families know San Francisco. And no offense to Iowa State, but I don't think Ames, Iowa registers on the radar with kids from, Europe from the same perspective.
It doesn't.
I think when they hear
doesn't
San
be from Atlanta.
Right? Yeah, you hear it. So I think that gives us a chance to be, a team like, let's just say Creighton, who's in, Omaha, Nebraska, or, somewhere in middle America that might not have the same jing to it that, a coastal location like San Francisco or LA or New York or Atlanta, for that matter, might have that recognition, that recognizability. I think we do a really good job with. So, the reality is our recruiting should be pretty simple. It should be our backyard here in the Bay Area, keeping the stud local talents here, and then going overseas to get some big studs and, just fill in the blanks here and there.
Coach Golden, best of luck to you on that back-to-back, man. We'll definitely be cheering for you. Definitely talk to you again down the road, man, and have a great Christmas and New Year as well, Coach.
I appreciate you, JR. Hopefully we run into you at the Final Four this year.
Hopefully so, man. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, take care. Talk to you soon.
See you, man. All right, it's Todd Golden here on the Bossman Show.
Round and round, round and round.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to use 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.